Okay, so this was question 3 from balance sheet. So balance sheet, this is the assets. There is asset side, investments are also called it as investment side, liability side, and equity side. On the asset side, you have current assets and you have non-current assets, also called as fixed asset. And on the current asset side, you have cash, cash equivalent, and then the investments. And then you have that receivables, inventory, and prepaid or advance paid to supplier. उसमें से we are talking about investments. Okay, so investment. So basically, investment could be of two types. One is shares and one is FDs. Okay, so shares could be classified as HFT or AFS, held for trading and available for sale, and FDs could be classified as HFT, AFS, and HTM. Why HTM category is not possible for shares? The answer is there in the full form itself. The full form of HTM stands for held to maturity, and shares का कोई maturity होता ही नहीं है. Shares don't have any maturity. Shares are perpetual, so there's no maturity. So shares के case में you can't hold till maturity because shares do not have any maturity at all. So hence share के case में HFT and AFS दोनों में इंटेंशन इज टू सेल. HFT एंड AFS में आई डोंट इंटेंड टू होल्ड इट टिल मैच्योरिटी. आई इंटेंड टू सेल, बट द इंटेंशन इज टू सेल क्विकली. इफ द इंटेंशन इज कि मैं as soon as possible I'll sell it, then HFT. And if the intention is that I will sell it but आराम से, then it is AFS. Okay, and if intention is not to sell at all, if intention is I'll hold it till maturity, then HTM. सारे केस में HTM, HFT, AFS कभी बेचना नहीं है. आई डोंट वांट टू सेल एनी टाइम. दैट इज HTM. आई वांट टू सेल इट क्विकली. HFT. आई वांट टू सेल इट आराम से. AFS. इन ऑल दिस केसेस इफ यू गेट डिविडेंड इनकम, इंटरेस्ट इनकम और एक्चुअल गेन, मतलब you purchase it and you actually sold it. I repeat, if you get dividend income, interest income, or you get actual gains, in that case that gets recorded in the income statement. But if you have a paper gain, like you bought it and now it is currently quoting at a higher price. You bought it and it is currently quoting at a higher price. In that case, ये जो paper gain है, उसका treatment is अलग अलग. उसका treatment is different. In HTM, the paper gain is ignored. In HFT, the paper gain goes in the income statement, and in AFS, the paper gain goes in OCI. Okay, so this was all the theory that we had discussed. And इसके ऊपर ही क्वेश्चन था. The question was about a debt security. Security का मतलब है investment. Okay, the meaning of the word security means investment. So it was debt investment. Sorry, it was a debt investment. So debt investment could be classified as HTM or it could be classified as HFT or AFS. उन्होंने HTM बोला था. So HFT and AFS के केस में the paper gains matter and hence they are carried on the balance sheet at their fair value. Okay, and in the case of HTM, it is being put onto the balance sheet at something called as its amortized cost. इसके ऊपर मैंने लेक्चर में ज्यादा वर्ड ये मैंने लेक्चर में नहीं दिया था फोकस. So in the classroom, I have not focused on this. I just mentioned that the current market value is not important. Why? Because it is not going to be sold. It is going to be held to maturity. But in the case of HFT and AFS, in these two cases, I had mentioned because the intention is कभी ना कभी सेल करना है. ट्रेडिंग के केस में अभी सेल करना है. AFS के केस में आराम से सेल करना है. But you have to sell it or you intend to sell it, and hence the current market price, also called as fair value, matters. But in the case of HTM, as the intention is that I want to hold it till maturity, I don't want to like sell it, so the fair value does not matter. तो ये option reject करना was easy, but ये दोनों में से select करना was not like that easy because in the lecture it not like emphasize it, but if you have read the chapter, उसमें ये word है amortized cost. Amortized cost का क्या मतलब है? Let me explain what is amortized cost. Historic cost is the cost at which you have purchased that FD. Now this FDs could be at like discount or at premium. For example, face value, which is also called as redemption value or maturity value, is 1,000. Then you might have purchased the FD for 800 rupees, which is called a discount. Now, as you go towards the maturity, 800 becomes 850, then 900, then 950, and then 200. Sorry. and then 1000. Okay, 800, let's say 850, then 900, then 950, and then 1000. So ये जो value increase हो रहा है ना, that is not called as gain. That is called as amortization of discount, which is a part of interest income only. ये इसको interest income का part है, but इसको बोलते हैं amortization of discount. वैसे ही, when you go to fixed income, you will come across a case where you purchase a bond at premium. Let's say you purchase the bond for 1100. So as you go towards the maturity, 1100 will become say 1050, and then it will become 1000. So जो reduction है ना, that is not called as a loss. Okay, that is called as amortization of premium. Okay, so let's say you purchase the bond for 800. So on maturity, you're going to get 1000. So this 200 rupees is not called as gain, it's called as amortization of discount. Similarly, अगर आपने bond buy किया 1200 पे and on maturity you'll get face value of 1000. So this is not called as a loss, this is called as amortization of discount. So that from that the word came as amortized cost. Okay, so more details you will see this in fixed income. But if you have read this chapter of like balance sheet, you will see that HTM is carried on the balance sheet at amortized cost. Fair value could have been rejected, but between historical cost and amortized cost, it was amortized cost. Let me quickly show you it, show you that, so that you will get convinced. हाँ sir सही बोल रहे हैं. Let me just show you that. टेबल में भी है आई थिंक नीचे वो जो वर्ड है की कंसेप्ट, सॉरी की कंसेप्ट में आई थिंक इट्स मेंशन. See this measured at amortized cost. Okay, debt securities are measured at amortized cost. So from that it was getting clear. All right, so I wouldn't rate this as a very easy question because अभी मैंने टाइम नहीं दिया था इनकम स्टेटमेंट रिवाइज करने के लिए. So I would not call it as a very easy question, but it was manageable. It was not that difficult. Any doubt, guys? Let me know. Yeah, Vandana.
सर ये गैप में है वो IFRS में आपने दिखाया.
ठीक है, इट डजंट मैटर, ऑलमोस्ट दोनों में सेम ही ट्रीटमेंट है. IFRS है, वहां पे वहां पे भी सेम ही है, गैप में भी सेम ही है. जस्ट दैट see this amortized cost held to maturity securities. Okay, so it's the same thing. Only unlisted shares and loans and notes are carried at historic cost. जहाँ पे discount and premium होता नहीं है. So only those cases is carried at historic cost, but held to maturity securities are classified at amortized cost, and HFT and AFS and derivatives are classified at the fair value. Because for this and this, the intention is to sell it. So whether basically कि प्राइस ऊपर जा रहा है मतलब पेपर गेन है या प्राइस नीचे जा रहा है पेपर लॉस है, दैट मैटर्स because you intend to sell it either in the short term or in the long term. So the current market price matters. But यहाँ पे the intention is not to sell it, so the market price does not matter, and hence it is not considered a fair value, it considered as amortized cost. And historical cost is applicable when there is no premium or discount, which is like a normal loans के केस में and unlisted shares के केस में. Unlisted shares के केस में क्यों historic cost? Because fair value is not available. ये जो fair value है is available only for listed shares, also called as marketable investments. Unlisted है, इसके लिए current market value is not available, and hence they are being carried in the balance sheet at the historical cost. Take a note of this. They are being carried in the balance sheet at a historic cost because they are unlisted. Their current market value is not available. And loans के केस में there is no case of a discount or a premium, so there is no amortization in that case. Clear, Vandana? So
Yes, sir. Thank you.
just keep that thing in mind. Historical cost is for unlisted shares, and it is for basically loans. Okay, and fair value is for HFT, AFS, and that derivatives also that mentioned. But derivatives is not important. HFT, AFS is more important. Any other doubt, guys? Let me know on this question. All right. So this question I will not call it as a very easy question.